Welcome to our Nothing But Options series. This is our one up, one down episode. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a stock one up, one down drum kit, which is rack tom, floor tom, kick and snare, 2 crashes, ride cymbal, and hi-hats. And I'm going to add a bunch of cymbals to it. Now I'm going to show you how they work with cymbal stands. I'm going to show you how they work with tom stands, with racks, with the stealth rack, with hybrid setups. I'm just going to mix match and have a lot of fun doing it, but I'm going to keep all the cymbals in the exact same configuration. Now I have no idea how you set your kit up or how you want to set it up. I could show you 100 different ways that I would do it, but that's not you. Instead, I'm going to show you one. And within that one, I'm going to show a bunch of different options and combinations that we have available to you so that you can customize the kit the way you want it. So here we have the one up, one down setup, which can also be referred to as the LA setup. You've got a rack tom, floor tom, kick and snare, 2 crashes, and a ride, and hi-hats. We have the rack tom mounted to the bass drum, and we have the ride cymbal tucked in there right next to the rack tom, so it makes it very comfortable, very easy access, doesn't put any pressure on your back or your shoulder, it's just right there. This is my setup. It's perfect for what I do in my band. But I know there's a lot of you out there that need much more, so I'm going to show you how to get there. So here we have the one up, one down setup. Option A being cymbal stands. And the reason I call it cymbal stands is that's what I call it. But it's actually because I mounted the rack tom to the cymbal stand. It's all based off the rack tom. Now the reason I chose cymbal stands was because this is something you all already have. You already have, 4 or 5 cymbal stands, whatever it may be. You don't need to necessarily go out and purchase any more. However, I am going to show you a couple accessory arms that you can use to add cymbals to your setup to spice it up a bit. So let's have a look at how the stock setup was modified. We started with 2 crashes, 1 ride, rack tom mounted to the bass drum. And I added 2 crashes and 2 chinas. Then I moved the rack tom from being mounted to the bass drum to being mounted to the cymbal stand. So I mounted the rack tom to the cymbal stand by using the SC-SLRM. Now this is a single L-arm mount that attaches to the stand by a C-clamp. This particular mount has a 10.5 millimeter L-rod, which is required for this particular drum set. If you need a larger diameter L-rod, the 12.7 millimeter, then the SC-SLRM will work. By doing this, I get to prevent the sound traveling from the tom into the bass drum through the tom mount. Now, I get to also consolidate a cymbal and a rack tom together in one stand and not have to have any additional feet on the ground. So I've got my 2 crashes here, each with their own stand. I needed to get my china in between both and above. To do that, I needed a boom arm that would give me some quirky angles. I needed sort of a jigsaw type of effect. So I use the SC-UCB. It has 2 ultra adjust ball joints so that it allows me to zigzag the boom arm whenever I need to. On my right side, I have my ride cymbal, my original crash. They're both on their own stands. Now I added another crash cymbal and it has its own stand. But my china is sharing the same cymbal stand as my added crash. I used a boom arm, the SC-GCA-BT, that allows you to do this. Clamps directly to an existing cymbal stand and you can mount it off at variable angles. So this is setup option B, and it's the single tom stand setup. Now the reason I used a single tom stand is because some players don't like to mount their rack tom to a cymbal stand. They feel more comfortable when it's actually mounted to its own stand and then you can mount a cymbal off of that. Now what we did was we kept the same cymbal configuration, but we just changed a couple things. This is the 6713 SP. It's a single mount tom stand that allows you to combine a rack tom and a cymbal into one stand. It doesn't come with an L-arm because we leave that up to you to determine what size L-arm you need for your drum. I have the SC-SB-BT cymbal arm mounted to the back C-clamp of this tom stand, and now I've got my rack tom and my cymbal all combined into one stand. The only other change that was made was to this china. I just moved the SC-UCB arm from this stand to this stand for convenience purposes. So with option C, I did something awesomely cool. Yes, I know, I just said awesomely cool. Come on, give it to me. You done? I kept the exact same cymbal setup, but I removed 2 cymbal stands. How did I do that? I used a 3-mount tom stand. I used 2 of them. Now, why did I do this? Well, because there's a lot of players out there that still like using stands, but they still like the ability of freeing up space on the floor. Now let's see how it's done. The 9613 PM is a triple mount stand with 1 fixed clamp and 2 adjustable geared ratchet clamps. Now what's perfect about this stand is that you can mount 3 items to 1 stand. On my left side, I've got my rack tom, main crash, and china all attached to this 1 stand. On my right side, I've got my main crash, my ride cymbal, and my extra crash all on 1 stand. I've got 6 things attached to 2 stands with only 6 legs on the ground. Now my crash cymbal that I have on my left side and the china that I have on my right side are being supported by their own stand. Okay, so now that I've lost 2 stands in this region, I've opened up floor space. Look at that. What is killer about this setup is that I've kept the cymbal setup the exact same way I had it before, but I've decreased the amount of stands that I've used, I've decreased the setup time because I've got memory locks on all of this, and I've increased the amount of floor space that is available to me now. Thank you for watching. That's it for this segment in our Nothing But Options series. Make sure you subscribe because we have a lot more videos coming and you don't want to miss out. Also, if you're interested in more videos, make sure you come to our channel and click on the Nothing But Options playlist. Also, if you're interested in any of the setups that I've done, we have a full PDF of all the parts that I used in each setup on our website, and the link is down below.